Okay, hi everybody, we're back. So welcome to my mat workout here on the floor in my apartment. First thing I'm going to show you is just a basic crunch on the floor. You want to make sure your tailbone is imprinted on the ground. You want to make sure your knees are lined up with your hips, and you want to make sure you're looking up, and you want to take your hands behind your head, and I really want you to lift, but never pull on your neck. Contract the abs into the floor and release. Lift and release. Now here's your breath. Exhale on the exertion. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. To make this a little more advanced, you can always take your hands behind your head and you can lift and lift. And you always want to make sure you're not pulling on your neck, and you want to keep your hands back behind your head, and you want to make sure you fully take your shoulder blades off of the ground and lay them back down. Good job. So the next thing we can do while we're on the ground is we can do a plank. And a plank is a very, very powerful exercise for your whole entire body. This is surely going to work your whole entire core. So when you're in this position, I want you to make sure your hands are firmly planted on the ground and your hands are right directly underneath your shoulders. You're going to come down onto your forearms. Don't let your tailbone straight up in the air. I want you to take it down, and you want to keep your core tightly pulled in, up, zip up your core, and I want you to breathe. Inhale and exhale. And your goal is to try to hold this for as long as you can, 30 seconds to a minute. Make sure your tailbone is down straight. You want to make sure you're as flat as a plank can be. Strong legs. And breathe. To make this more challenging, you can come up and come down into a push-up. And do these a few times, and then you can hold. Remember to breathe. Keep your tailbone straight, pulled in, everything firm. And breathe. Good job. The next thing I'm going to show you is a boat pose. So a boat pose is one where you're holding in your core and your arms are extended and you lift your legs out to the sides and you hold. The whole time you're pulling in your core and breathing. Another way you can do this is right like this. Knees together, toes out, pulling in, arms extended, and breathing. You're really going to start to feel a burn, so just hold. Good job. And you can lower and come back down. Another move I like to do for your lower abs, coming back onto the floor, make sure your hips are imprinted and your shoulder blades are back and you're looking straight up to the ceiling. You're going to lift your legs up, and you are simply going to push your legs up to the ceiling, constantly pulling down on your midsection. This is a great exercise for your lower abs. I know as women we constantly complain about that area, so this is a good little exercise that'll help you tone up that little area. So what you're going to do is you're going to aim to lift your legs up off the ground, lift and lower, lift and lower, breathe, lift and lower, lift and lower. Again, when you take it to the side, that helps get the little V shape because your muscles in your abdominals are striated, so you never want to just constantly think about crunches up and down. You want to work them at an angle. So you go to the side and you go to the side. Lift, lift, and lower. Very good. I really want you to focus your whole time on just your lower abs doing all the work. Lift and lower. And again, keep your legs extended for a little further challenge. Again, this can become a Pilates where you do your hundreds and you breathe and push and release. Take your toes back down to the ground and just relax. Again, a basic crunch, hands behind the head, tailbone down, everything imprinted on the floor. Lift, exhale, and inhale. Exhale on the lift. The whole time you're pulling in, crunching, thinking about pulling the muscles in, and looking up to the ceiling, keeping your chin straight ahead. Good. Don't forget to breathe. Another little fun thing I like to do is just cross ab work. So you just take it over, knee, to elbow. You can do it one at a time, and then you can also pick up the pace by lifting the legs up to tabletop and pulling it in and picking up the pace from side to side. Again, zip in your core, pull down everything to the ground, and do not use your neck. Consistently check yourself so that you are using your core. And release. And to stretch that out, you can simply take your arms overhead, give it a nice little stretch, and roll yourself back up to a sit position. And there you have it. There's a good workout for your abs. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you learned a lot.